value the point he picked up. So in the words of Sergi there, before that we heard from Eterion. We listened to Graham Hunt as well throughout the game. My thanks to him. A reminder of the final score then. It's finished in San Mosh. Mallorca 1, Levante 1.
You get pirated football.
के गरेको यो हरकत चाहिँ बन्द गर बन्द गर के हरकत गरे के राम्रो लाग्थेन र के हुन्छ त हौ केटाहरु ल अब झन् मलाई के छ राम्रो छ के चाहियो यहाँ बस्नु त ओ आट्न ओ बस्नु हौ तल किन गर्न बस्ने काम अत्तर हुन्छ के मलाई पनि अत्तर भयो छैन म चाहिँ दिनु गर्न फाइल बाटै बस्नु पर्यो भएन के बस आइल बात के त आउनु सक्छ यहाँ त्यो यस्तो भयो त्यस्तो नहुन ल को हामी सबै आयो यो खाटले यस्तो पर्दा हुँदैन पर्दैन गर्दा त हुन्छ ओ भाइ
El Classico once again brings the football world alive. The Santiago Bernabeu awaits the stellar battle of the season between Real Madrid and Barca. A big clash at La Cartuja between two La Liga protagonists. Betis want to impose their style, while Atletico look to reaffirm their competitive edge. La Ceramica welcomes a Villarreal side looking for another win. Rayo, true to their combative spirit, arrive ready to battle until the end. Anoeta lights off for the Basque Derby, one of the most passionate clashes in La Liga. Real Sociedad and Athletic promise maximum intensity in a battle of pride and history. The Metropolitano will be the stage for a high-voltage encounter. Atletico defend their fortress against a Sevilla determined to challenge and complicate the night for Colchoneros.
When you stream a match on an illegal site, you're only left to win. They'll gain access to your phone, challenge your passwords against criminals. They can drain your bank account, steal your identity. They'll know everything about you. Everything. You get pirated football. They get you.
It's the game that divides a nation and captivates the world. Two sides currently separated by 2 points in the table, 500 kilometers in distance, and a wealth of regional, cultural and historical differences, making this one of the most textured and complex rivalries in world football. It's Real Madrid against Barcelona, the first Classico of the season, on match day 10 of La Liga Sports. Welcome to the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. I'm Phil Kitchen-Melidis. Terry Gibson is alongside me for today's game. Terry, this fixture, El Classico, it always gets the big build-up, but it always seems to deliver.
And it deserves the big build-up. It's a much anticipated game. Watched around the world too, juggernauts of football. And the rivalry, the pride, the passion, the quality, Hollywood footballers. It's, yeah, I understand. Like everybody else, can't wait to watch this game and understand totally why it's in demand.
If you're watching us this afternoon, you're part of an estimated global audience of 650 million. This is Spain's Classico, but it is the world's Classico as well. The game which captivates the globe. It's the 191st La Liga meeting between these two sides. Real Madrid with the slight edge, 79 wins. Barcelona had 76, 35 draws. Barcelona, of course, winning both League Clásicos last season, 4-0 and 4-3. It was the first time ever they scored 4 goals in back-to-back League Clásicos. They also put 5 past Real Madrid in between those 2 results in the Spanish Super Cup. They won the Copa del Rey as well, putting 3 past Real Madrid. So it was a pretty historic season last year for Barcelona.
It ended up 16-7 on aggregate. But if you look along the 4 games, Real Madrid got closer towards the end. The 3rd game, the Copa del Rey final, the last La Liga game. Kylian Mbappe found the way to start scoring goals against Barcelona, as opposed to being caught offside in the first couple of games that he faced Anti-Flick's team. So, yes, it's 16-7 on aggregate. That was last season. Ancelotti was the manager. A new manager now. I'm really interested in the psychology that's going behind the mindset of both sets of players. Real Madrid, they want revenge. Barcelona might get a little bit cocky, thinking they won 4 games last season and scored an abundance of goals. We'll see where the game kicks off.
Barcelona have had some really big wins in this stadium over the last decade or so. Of course, 4-0 last season, 4-0 in 2022, 3-0 in 2017 and 4-0 in 2015. Real Madrid have beaten Barcelona in recent years, both at the Bernabeu and away in Catalonia, but they don't have that big iconic victory in El Clasico that Barcelona have had in recent years.
Yeah, I think Jude Bellingham made a massive impact in his first season at Real Madrid. They were memorable victories for Los Blancos, but yes, I don't think either team are going in today expecting to win by 4 or 5. Either team will take a win. And it is slightly more difficult for Barcelona because of the players that they are lacking today through injury.
We'll take you through the teams in just a second, but Barcelona are missing 7 members of their first team squad. Real Madrid recovering players from injury, just a couple missing today. Real Madrid would see them equal their worst ever run for consecutive Classico defeats. They're on 4 consecutive losses at the moment. The only time they've lost 5 in a row to Barcelona between 2008 and 2010. The eyes of the world on the Spanish capital, Madrid. Barcelona making their way out to the Santiago Bernabeu pitch. It is a pretty nice afternoon in the Spanish capital, but the roof is closed, as it always is. Grandeza spelt out there. Greatness is what Real Madrid are all about. To impose themselves on this game. There's just a little sense of pressure coming into this fixture because of what's happened in previous big matches. Xabi Alonso defeated Paris Saint-Germain in the Club World Cup. Derby defeat to Atletico Madrid. Let's take you through the 2 starting 11s then. 2 changes from the side that won 1-0 over Juventus in the Champions League in midweek for Real Madrid. Raul Asensio and Brahim Diaz dropping out of the team. Dean Howson returns from injury. Eduardo Camavinga starts just his 2nd game of the season.
Yeah, I think it's as we expected, but a lot of people didn't expect Dani Carvajal to come back into the starting lineup to release Fede Valverde back into midfield. Camavinga profits from that selection from Xabi Alonso, so it's Camavinga in midfield and Fede Valverde.
He said a few weeks ago he wasn't born to play as right back. He's done a pretty decent job for him in the last few weeks, and that's where he's staying. This afternoon, as we take Athletic Barcelona starting 11, 2 changes from the 6-1 win over Olympiacos in the Champions League midweek with Tony Fernandez and Marc Casanel being replaced by Frankie de Jong and Ferran Torres.
Yep, it's an interesting selection, but pretty much that's all that's left for Hansi Flick. So many players withdrawing. You can see there, Koundé was the one doubt. He's playing in the right back position. I thought we might see a Araujo replicating that role that he had under Xavi of marking Vinicius, but Koundé's fit, Koundé starts pretty much the way as expected.
No Rafinha, their first 2 choice goalkeepers out, but Barcelona do have Lamine Yamal. Real Madrid have the top scorer in La Liga this season, Kylian Mbappé, in the form of his life and ready to perform on the biggest stage of all. They are ready to play their parts. Sorry, this afternoon, fingers crossed. Too much about him during or after the game.
Game start with the guys. Let's go.
We're underway then in the first Classico of the season. Need to do the ball lofted forward. First Classico of the season often gives us a feeling of how the campaign might play out. It's not definitive, but it's often a good indicator of how the season might go. Over the last 20 years, 62% of the occasions, the team that has won the first Classico of the season has gone on to be champions. It's not a definitive figure, but it does perhaps set the tone. Lamine with space to run into. Immediately looking for Lamine Yamal. Across comes Carreras. Just from really opened up Lamine at Barcelona. Ball given away. It's Pedri. Can't find Ferran. Right to Marcus Rashford. Well, inside the first minute, a really good opening there for Barcelona.
A couple of mistakes from Dean Howson giving the ball away cheaply on both occasions. They could have made better the opportunity when Fermin Lopez broke. They thought that was the end of the attacking play, but in the here we see they give the ball away. Pedri steals it back. Marcus Rashford with the attempt and last-ditch defending from Eder Militao to get the block.
He's never faced Real Madrid before, Marcus Rashford. Taking this corner, the Englishman curled in. Courtois. Maybe a chance now for a break for Real Madrid. Fede Valverde with space to run into. Vinicius might have been offside there. Move continues. With Vinicius. Brought down. Penalty is given. Inside 2 minutes. What a start to this game. Captain's being summoned by the referee. He's just going to explain his decision. I think here, thinking might have been offside, might have been in line. Play continued. And then this challenge from Lamine Yamal.
If that was his foot, he's taking the risk. It's early in the game. Emotions are high. It's a challenge you should be refraining from. Now I know Vinicius gets some criticism about the way he goes to the ground, the way he draws players in to get fouls, to get penalties. In my opinion, that's a clear penalty.
Doesn't look like there can be too many complaints about that penalty.
It comes from Frankie de Jong as well. He tried a back heel, which got dispossessed, which went straight to Fede Valverde. Real Madrid were on the march. Barcelona tried to play the offside trap with just 2 defenders. It was chaotic. It was untidy from Barcelona. This is what we're going to see. It might be offside. Just looking at that.
And from that angle, it does look like it's offside.
Left shoulder was leaning into an offside position. The angle we had earlier, it looked like he was level. The fact the referee is going to look then suggests to me that it's just about the penalty decision that VAR is referring to, as opposed to the offside. If it's offside, VAR tells him that.
Yes.
I hope that I'm pretty sure they're going to do it in the right order, not say yes, it's a penalty, but it's offside. The offside should rule out whether they feel that the offside is a different phase of play.
Now is he looking at if Lamine gets the ball first? Yeah.
It's a penalty we see given so often where a striker is attempting to kick the ball. The opposing player gets between them and the ball.
Drama early on at the Bernabeu. The referee is explaining to captain Fede Valverde. I think he feels that it's Vinicius kicking Lamine's foot rather than fouling Vinicius. Big call already, we said. We hope we wouldn't be talking about the referee. Big call from Cesar Soto. Free kick here for Real Madrid. Vigula standing over it, floated in towards Deephausen. It's Bellingham on the end of it. Goofed in.
It's interesting sequence, isn't it? Referee going across, making up his own mind, overruling his original decision. Is that under the influence of VAR? We're not too sure.
Koundé. Lee, the ball away. Back. Looking to break the line, and we can do it now. Balde. Rashford looking for Ferran and getting it back. Marcus Rashford, but the challenge from Camavinga.
That's where Barcelona have to be so careful. In full flow, if they give the ball away, then Real Madrid will break so quickly on them. It's getting that balance right between Barcelona daring and taking on the...
Looks like those two are the first choice centre-back pairing for Barcelona at the moment. Run from Balde, he was pretty clearly offside.
He's indicating here maybe that the pass should have been made sooner. He's probably got a point as well. Third man run there, back and through. Needed to be a first-time pass. Once the ball was controlled and then passed, it was always going to be called offside.
This fixture last season was all about offsides. Real Madrid were caught offside 12 times by Barcelona. Kylian Mbappe 8 times. It's looked like
2 goals disallowed as well.
yes. Barcelona this season, the offside trap hasn't quite been working as effectively as last season. Here's Vinicius. Forced to Lamine. Roundly whistled. Some comments he made earlier on in the week about Real Madrid and their potential influence on referees. Rashford to Ferran. Here is Lamine. Knew what was coming there, but he didn't manage to get enough curl on it to trouble Courtois.
Yeah, on that occasion, after it was so obvious that there was going to be a little cutback, a little jink inside. Just weighing up sizing up his opportunities there, and it's a little opening attempt from him. We knew, Courtois knew, Carreras knew. We all know, but it's, as we've seen so often, it's still tough to stop.
Scrappy passage of play. Down to his feet. He's Frenchie de Jong. Pedri.
Nice.
Continuing his run, ball over the top, looking for Ferran. That's just about clearing it.
Barcelona just tidying things up there, aren't they? No surprise that Pedri and De Jong are at the heart of all of it.
Sorg on the touchline for today's game. Hansi Flick seeing a red card. Last week's game against Girona. 2 yellows. Suspended for today's Classico. They finding Fermin. Here's Lamine. Barcelona enjoying possession in the final third. Sorg spoke about having the ball. He said, we need the ball. We need possession to be able to hurt Real Madrid. We have to avoid easy ball losses as well. And keeping the ball pretty well.
That's because of the damage that Real Madrid would do on a turnover. I'm slightly surprised Real Madrid had dropped off so deep. This was what I thought was going to be happening more, where they were closing down higher up the pitch, certainly in the attacking half of the pitch, but they've been quick to relinquish possession.
Here's Mbappe, who's on. Oh, what a finish from Kylian Real Madrid waited years to sign him. A player at the very height of his capabilities. What a finish that is from Mbappe. Real Madrid have an early lead in El Clasico.
Just as you were mentioning that Marcus Sorg was talking about giving the ball away cheaply. Because of the turnover, because of the skill, because of the play, because of the brilliance comes from Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe in particular. They haven't had the ball. We're talking about Barcelona looking comfortable in possession. The ball is stolen away there as Fermin Lopez inadvertently gives it back to Barcelona. It's a little knockdown there. Chouamani's challenging. Adagula gets the touch. Kylian Mbappe, no one thought his mind reacts sharply. Shows all the confidence you'd expect from a player that has scored pretty much all of Real Madrid's goals. Doesn't even look at the goalkeeper. He's got his eyes fixed firmly on the ball. Knows exactly the technique that he's looking for. And almost takes Chesney by surprise. It's a brilliant goal, brilliant player who's this season is becoming unplayable, checking the offside. Vinicius was, I think that was just onside.
It's another nervous wait for the Bernabeu. Player that good is feeling that confident. Goalless, and Barcelona went on to win 4-0.
It's the problem with Barcelona. You're always too much supposed to be almost a penalty, almost a goal. And they've got away with it. This is completely upset. The first few minutes, they just got back on time. Clearly.
I can see replays show us it's offside, but I'm sure we will.
But that's what I was expecting from Real Madrid, that higher pressing in the attacking half of the pitch. First 10 minutes, they're dropping off deep around Barcelona possession. With their attacking half. That's nervousness from both sides of the ball, in terms of the threat coming from the opposition.
It's very nearly in there. Actually back to Eric Garcia, who's under pressure. Szczesny.
Szczesny just doesn't want it, does it? Using John Garcia, using Marco Drexler Stegen, and it does change the way that Barcelona can play. Out the back from the goalkeeper.
Was an incredible story last season, from retirement to Spanish champion, Richard Szczesny. This year he was only ever supposed to be a substitute. Didn't expect to play too many games, but here he is. El Classico, given away to Carreras. Here's Vinicius. Couldn't get on the end of that. Here's De Jong. Pedri sees a tiny bit of space and goes through it.
It's 2 or 3 times already in this match. Pedri is running through spaces which are not there. And you're thinking there's no way through, and there is. Clearly it's Pedri.
Let's see here.
Yep, we'll see Kubasi is the closest face. I mean, I wasn't convinced either way, and understandably so, you see how close that was.
Monumentally tight decision. Getting under pressure. Put Courtois under pressure. It's a pass. Barsi. Garcia. Straight into the arms of Courtois. Lopez scored a hat-trick in midweek in the Champions League. First Spanish player to score a hat-trick for Barcelona in Europe's Premier Club competition. He's a player. That's a play for goal. Next to Vinicius. And watched by Kunde. Levine coming away with the ball. So Levine a bit short with the pass. Winning possession back for Real Madrid. Here's Tchouaméni. Forced all the way back to Courtois again. Again, kick out from Thibaut Courtois, not finding a teammate, and it is a slightly nervy start to this game.
It is. And I'm looking at Barcelona set up, they're all where we expected them to be. Real Madrid instead working out the midfield.
Yes.
And it seems to be playing really down the right side. Tchouaméni, Camavinga in the central position, and now Arda is drifting across into a central position as well.
It's Kunde. Now finding Fermin. terms of possession. The only two times this season Barcelona have been below 60%. The two games they've dropped points in La Liga to Rayo Vallecano, Sevilla. There is Koundé, Fermin. The whistles continuing for Lamine Yamal every time he touches the ball as they
Line na bando story na bando time
build
ni.
a long game, I imagine.
Cheating. Huh? Cheating.
Marci, a
Killer.
long way, decided to shoot. He's had other ideas. Never scored in La Liga. Pablo Marci, but fancied his chances there. Valverde, the ball in he can. Moves out. Thought it was a throw into Barcelona. Shared his sentiments, but it's a throw into Real Madrid as we tick towards 20 minutes. El Classico, the Santiago Bernabeu, it is goalless. Real Madrid thought they had a penalty, it was overruled. They thought they'd scored, that was overruled as well. Yeah, that's back in with Lamine Yamal and Lamine. Feeling he was fouled.
I think there was an earlier challenge over on the other side of the pitch, which the Real Madrid players are not happy about. Now he's clearing the ball, Ferran Torres comes in late, there's no connection with the boot, the studs.
Made several runs there, he wanted the ball, didn't get it from Carreras. Finds Militao though. Bellingham.
Good.
What a pass that is to find Kylian Mbappe, who's through on goal. The flag stays down. The Bernabeu celebrates. Mbappe has the ball in the back of the net again. And we think Real Madrid have taken the lead.
I'm going to Jude Bellingham. He gets the crowd to his feet because he does a wonderful little pivot, turn in midfield, and then the dynamic of that attack changes instantly when Bellingham was on the ball. And then after all that, he comes up with a defence-splitting pass, which is absolutely perfection for Kylian Mbappe. The flag doesn't go up, but again, I think it's close. You can see here, there's the turn from Bellingham. I'm going to say, I think he's onside. And again, that Barcelona offside trap has been breached by Real Madrid. Not for the first time this season by any team in La Liga. It is an issue, it is a problem. Bellingham does wonderful, magical things in midfield. It's a brilliant pass, missed the time of the run from Kylian Mbappe. Once he's through, I had no doubt that he was going to finish.
Full of confidence, Kylian Mbappe tucking that away. It really does look like he was onside, and he was. His 11th league goal of the season. Real Madrid leading. Absolutely world-class assist from Jude Bellingham. Finish. Full of composure and confidence for Mbappe. Camavinga felt he was fouled there. Foul on Rashford. First.
Not giving that one. Barcelona attack.
Here is Bellingham. Wide here to Carreras. Switched over to Camavinga. Real Madrid had reportedly been training and training to break that Barcelona high line. We have seen teams this season in La Liga understand how to get in behind Barcelona. Here's Camavinga. Calling for him. Here is Bellingham. Still Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid are sensing Barcelona are there for the taking.
Well, I'm slightly confused by the midfield line-up of Real Madrid, but there's no doubt they're dominating now. And Jude Bellingham has really stepped up. Barcelona slightly fortunate there with that deflection there, it doesn't drop. Chesney Moore. Supporters want the second. They know that their team are dominant at the moment in terms of possession and attempts at goal.
To Valverde, he's going to hit this one. He's always rising from Fede Valverde on his slightly weaker foot.
Still a hell of a strike though with the weaker foot. With his weight, with his off target, it lacks his normal balance that you get when he plays it with the right foot.
Spain's women's team attendance. Here's Hauser. Carreras dispossessed, and now Lamine Yamal coming forward. Balde. Space here for Koundé. Barcelona slowing the tempo down. After clashing with Vinicius. Rashford. Balls with Balde now. Here's Lamine.
That challenge for Vinicius, wasn't it? See the nature of the game there, that currently Barcelona in good possession, not really threatening. Real Madrid just waiting to pounce. At some stage Barcelona will threaten. The possession looks really tidy, but they're finding it difficult to break through the attacking third of the pitch.
It's intercepted by Militao. It's an acres of space. Real Madrid come forward. It's fouled by Eric Garcia. It's taken quickly to Mbappe. Didn't think twice about getting that shot away. Kylian Mbappe comfortable enough for Wojciech Szczesny.
A generous free kick, I have to be honest, but Fede Valverde was quick to react. Small down takes the quick free kick, looks like it's that win. From their perspective, I think Szczesny was alert, makes the save.
Lovely looking ball. It might fall to Mbappe. It just bounces over him. Vinicius. Floated in towards Dean Wilson. Gets there. Forces Wojciech Szczesny into another save. They do look for Dean Howson at the back post, often in set pieces. This time, the connection forces a decent save.
Yeah, you rely on poor defensive play there from Barcelona. When they're really at it, they catch people offside, but one or two players there, there was a ragged line, it wasn't tidy for Barcelona. And Garcia dropped in defensively too early.
Nice tackle.
Just flying in there, the referee trying to get flow. Free kick is given. Barcelona's way.
So just started the midfield there. Every single midfield player involved for both teams getting involved in a bundle. Technical analysis there.
Fed through by Arda Güler. An understanding between the Turkish international and Mbappe is something that is flourishing in this Real Madrid side.
Sympathy from Arda Güler, who's going to try and take the corner.
He just wants to get on with it.
Exactly. And Real Madrid are in that mood, aren't they?
They want to capitalise on this momentum. It's taken short to Camavinga. Into Güler again.
He's been fabulous, isn't he, Arda Güler, this season? Still only 20 years of age. It's a classic breakthrough campaign, isn't it? Because he was on the fringes of it last season.
Güler again towards Militao, but it was headed away. Carlo Ancelotti did tell us earlier this year that he thought Arda Güler's future would be more as a midfielder than a forward because of his exceptional ability to build up play. We have seen that today throughout the season as we confirm no offside in the goal scored by Mbappe.
I mean, Barcelona have got their issues at the back defensively, but the midfield are playing well. Somehow they need to try and get some more service to Ferran Torres. They need a better performance from Lamine Yamal, more influence from Marcus Rashford. Real Madrid's shape is good. In this situation, they drop deep. The midfield players get nice and compact with the two centre-backs. There's enough space for Barcelona to play their way through, pass their way through. It has to be a little bit of magic from one of the players that's got a dribble in the bank, go solo and find a route through for Barcelona. They have a few of those, so it's possible.
Without Rafinha, without Robert Lewandowski, no Dani Olmo. Gavi is injured as well. Some key players missing for Barcelona, but this remains a very strong and competitive starting 11. Here's Eric Garcia joining the attack. Finding Ferran Torres in space. It's a really good opportunity for Barcelona. Ferran doesn't seem to make a really clean connection with him.
It's a difficult one for him. It was almost one of those by instinct you want to do it first time, but you had to take the touch. Eric Garcia talking about different ways of Barcelona making that breakthrough into the final third. It was the centre-back stepping into midfield, giving the extra player.
Here's Valverde. Bellingham. It falls to Mbappe. And Vinicius is calling for it. And it's with Vinicius. And can he find the finish?
It looked clearly offside, but it depends on who the ball came off of when the ball was played backwards.
The corner's taken quickly. Here's Camavinga. He's dispossessed. Marcus Rashford looks to lead a counter-attack for Barcelona. Charging forward, Rashford. Challenge from Valverde, who then makes sure that the free kick can't be taken quickly. Probably no Luis Figo's cheering for today.
Depends who gave the ticket. I guess it's Real Madrid.
Luis Figo in Barcelona. Gets it back. It's Ferran. Lamin's there. Still Lamin. He's punished for the foul on Tchouaméni.
You can see a way that Barcelona can score. Even when they have dispossession and they're playing the ball around and the movement is really good, you kind of expected and waiting for Real Madrid to get the ball, and this happened. It's brilliant skill from Jude Bellingham, and then don't underestimate the quality of the pass, the timing of the pass. And there was no doubt in my mind when Kylian Mbappe gets through on goal, as we've seen so many times this season, 16 already, he just finishes everything.
He's looking pretty unstoppable at the moment. And that said, here on Wednesday night, he had a good few chances against Juventus and didn't manage to score the Champions League.
To consider the value of his transfer was in doubt. 44 goals last season. 31 in La Liga to finish top scorer. He's got 16 in all comps this season. That's his 11th goal in La Liga. And we were wondering, can this left winger play down the middle? He loves it.
Fully fledged centre forward now. It's Vinicius out to Carreras. Pulls it back. It falls to Bellingham. Defends it well.
You see his reaction there. That's the selection he makes is a good one. Hit the target.
High press from Real Madrid. Barcelona under pressure.
Says he feels he was a little bit frustrated. He just didn't go for power.
Here's Couler looking for Mbappe. Wasn't far off. For Barcelona is that it's only 1-0. They're very much in this game. A feeling that they're very much on top.
Looking around at the bench now, I know we're very early in the game, a third of the way through, but you look at it, it's probably this 11 that's going to have to get it back in the game for them.
Very long there. It's fallen to Marcus Rashford. Lopez is a player who just cannot stop scoring. Another big goal for the youngster. Couler looks to the sky as he knows he has cost his team a goal on the biggest stage of all.
Yeah, just I was talking about Barcelona possibly looking to the bench. And the words just came out of my mouth that perhaps it's down to this 11 out there. They have to try and get the job done.
Guller has been absolutely sensational this season. He's a brilliant footballer. He's in possession of the ball here. Pedri just prods it away, and then there's a problem. Then it's another VAR looking at the offside. Rashford does really well with a cutback. Keeps his head. And the game displaces Marcus Rashford. When he gets the opportunity, he has clarity in his mind. He looks up, he sees his teammate in a really good position. Hansi Flick would have seen it gloriously from up there. And there's still plenty of work for Fermin Lopez to do, but we know when he gets an attempt on target, he has a sight of goal. It's normally a good connection and normally a sparkling finish.
Barcelona right back in this game. Here's Real Madrid looking to cause them more problems. They've got a corner. 7th assist in 13 games for Marcus Rashford for Barcelona. He's also chipped in with 5 goals in all comps. Some decent numbers. Sent towards Militao. Sees the corner.
He lost his bearings here, didn't he, Ferran Torres? Attempts to let the ball go out of play, but it bounces off the looking for a quick instant reply.
Now comes Szczesny, just about gets something on it. And now Barcelona can counter. Here's Fermin. He's looking for Pedri and he's found him. Pedri looks for Ferran. Camavinga puts it behind for a corner.
Brilliant play from Barcelona, wasn't it? So defending the corner into 4 players. Pedri, Balde, Ferran Torres. I think Rashford was getting there as well. An excellent play from Real Madrid for their players to get back behind the ball.
He always felt in that position Pedri was going to look for the pass back rather than for goal himself.
You know what could happen here? He could be swept up the other end in the blink of an eye as well from Real Madrid. So Rashford has quality in terms of delivery though.
Maxi is there. Here's Vinny Jr. The counter might be on. Gets his head down. Gets past Kunde. Down created by Vinicius. Finished off by Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid back in front. 2 goals in the target. Pretty sure it's going to be the case. 3 away. It's a great flow to the game as well. For 5 minutes Real Madrid on top, for 5 minutes Barcelona on top. Both teams attack clearly looks to me as if, particularly in the case of Real Madrid against Barcelona's defence, the Barcelona defence is lacking. It's not as strong as Real Madrid at the moment to have the better defence. In this instance, there's plenty of bodies back from Barcelona. It's crossed towards the far post. It looked like it might have drifted behind the goal, but it creeps back in play. He's headed back across the far post.
by Militao. I think Balde is claiming a foul, Kubas is claiming a foul, Howson is a threat, and there's no foul in there. Howson tries to get the decisive touch from close range, and Bellingham absolutely delighted that Howson misses it, and he's there for the tap-in. Really good football.
Good impact. Bellingham is happy on this fixture. An assist and a goal. And it is a goal.
I couldn't see enough there in the replays that we saw that suggested there was any type of aggressive play from Real Madrid.
Bellingham saying that 2 minutes to half time. He might want it to end. He certainly don't. Terrific entertainment at the Bernabeu. Classico delivering once again. Last year Bellingham's got the winner in both league Classicos in his debut season in 23-24. Messi lofting it forward. Attempting to flick it on. Here's Valverde. Here's Vinicius. Around De Jong. Still Vinicius. Into the corner. Finding Goulet. Who's found Mbappe. Bellingham. The offside flag is up again.
3 or 4 possibilities of an offside here, but all would have been extremely close. It was onside then.
Okay,
There was offside. Comes the kill on that for a long time. It's a problem for Barcelona. Can they get to the break with just a 1-goal deficit?
Going about chanting the name of Vinicius Junior. Here come Real Madrid once again. 6 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Plenty of time for another goal. Either end.
Yeah, I was going to make that point. It's that type of game.
Pedri.
Off होइन हौ